What's up, guys? Welcome back to another one. I'm dead physically and mentally, but that's exactly what I mean. We're here and we're gonna get it done. Today, we're going to get the suspension done on the HHR. I already did one of the sides and I recorded that, and that was an entire mess. I lost my mind during that, so I didn't even bother. Let me grab the spring and show you. This is the old one from driver's side. Today we're doing passenger side, and I'm only going to show you one side because you don't need to see both. Same procedure, both sides. I'll show you how I do it along the way. So let's get some gloves on before we start this. Okay, so now that we got our gloves on, let's get the car up so we can take the wheel off. Well, with the car up now, I can take the wheel off, and that'll give me better access to everything we're working with. So let's get that wheel off. Okay, now that the wheel's undone, let's just roll this bitch out of the way. Now I'll have to move you guys closer to get a better shot. Okay, so now that we're down here in the wheel, these are what we're going to be removing. Can't even speak. We're going to be removing this, and this. And it shouldn't be too bad. There's also 3 in the top, and we're going to deal with those after. So much rust on my sway bar. Let's break all that off. Get most of that dealt with. We're going to be knocking off a lot of like loose crap, rust, just shit. But we'll worry about most of that when we get it up in there. For now, that looks like, yeah, it's all 18. So let's get our 1/2 inch impact. That's one. That's 2. So now that those are loosened up, you can see the ABS brackets loose. I'll probably just undo those fully. That's 1. That's 2. I doubt it, but we'll see if we can gun this one off while we're here. Well, I got it loose at least. We'll be able to grip it and turn it off. Okay, so let's take the ABS sensor off. Damn, that's clipped in there really good. Don't do what I'm doing. I'm stupid, and I'm just gonna zip tie it and deal with that later. Do as I say, not as I do moment. So now we're gonna go up top quick, and we're gonna loosen the 313s on the strut tower to make it easier for later. So the 3 we're gonna undo is this one, and then there's one right here, kind of in front of the strut. You can't see it very well. I can get it to ignore that. So we're gonna undo those 3 about a 1/4 way, just crack them loose. So later we can just completely undo them and the strut will drop out. So we got the 3 on the top loosened up. Now we're just gonna take a hammer. Well, I mean, we gotta undo the sway bar link, so nix that. Yeah, whatever. You're not my concern. We're gonna have to cut the sway bar link out. because that's not coming off. It's fine, I'll just get the grinder. Just like that, just bang the bolt out. That's all I did for the other side. Then I had to twist it out. We're gonna reuse them, so we wanna keep them and their nuts in as good a condition as possible. Saw the whole knuckle come loose. You'll probably have to spin them out. So now both are out. Any second that can just essentially drop, but it's gonna sit on the sway bar link and the control arm here. So that's pretty much that. Let's get some rust blast in here while we're here. So now that we got the rust blast on, I am gonna have to cut out the sway bar link, which sucks, but it won't take much. So of course I forgot to hit record, but I just cut the sway bar link, move it out of the way so you can see, from right here and here, and then I'll be able to take that out easier if I can grip it. So for now, let's just take the whole strut out and then we'll work on getting that end of the sway bar link out. Okay, so now that we've got everything on the bottom undone, let's undo the top three so I can drop the strut out. Now the strut's pretty much just about to drop out. I'm gonna do my best to kind of catch it. Okay, strut's loose. There we go. Old strut out. Still got the sway bar link attached. Let's put the old two together. Now we got to clean up inside there because it is nasty. Okay, so I kind of just cleaned it up in there off camera and I sprayed in some primer. We're going to clean up there later and actually deal with it, but for now, let's just slide this into place. Now with the strut in, great, I got fucking primer all over my arm. Just screw down the top studs as much as you can. Then we're gonna grab our ratchet and tighten it down all the way because we need those to be done up. Just hand tight. You don't need to do anything other than that. If you want to fuss about torquing them to spec, that's on you. So that's in. Now let's drop the drill. The ABS sensor's got to go under and out. Holy shit, that's heavy. For fuck's sakes, man. Why? There we go. Now don't forget the ABS sensor this time. Holy hell. That's heavy, dude. Here's the other bolt. Damn. Well, that's in. I just gotta grab my hammer now and bang that in. You know, I appreciate you guys coming along on these journeys. That's one banged in. All the way in. Screw this down. I'm not going to show you guys removing the stuck one, because literally all I'm going to do is grab it with a pair of vice grips and then undo the 18. And I don't really need to show you guys how to do that. Hopefully me just telling you is enough. So vice grips, grab the other end because the socket or the nut is stripped, and then use an 18 on a ratchet and just spin it out and you'll be good. Let's just tighten these bad boys up by hand. It says to torque to 89 foot-pounds. If you want to do that, that's your choice. I'm just doing them hand tight, what I'm comfortable with. Not hand tight, but a little bit more than that. Gotta bend the ABS sensor piece out of the way for a minute. There. Now I'll bend the ABS sensor back, and that back, and this goes in there. This goes in there. That's the primer that went on my arm. Okay, so that's that. Now I've got to get a zip tie for the ABS sensor. I'm not fussed. It's not like they move. They don't go anywhere or do anything. Damn, those birds are loud. You guys having a party or what? Okay, that's as tight as it needs to be. 10 snips from work. Just like that. That's pretty much it. I'll get the sway bar end link off when I actually have time and when I get a new sway bar end. For now, I'm just gonna leave it on there. I'm not worried about it. So I'm gonna run it without that. Let's get the wheel put back on and we're pretty much done here. We're gonna redo the wheels at some point too, because they're nasty. They look horrible. One thing at a time though, guys. One thing at a time. That's how this whole journey's been. Those birds won't let up. I do my wheels to 100 foot-pounds. I don't need to show you guys clean up, but I don't know how well you can see me. We're just doing this by hand. That's pretty much it. I got the suspension changed. You guys joined me along the way. Thanks for checking in.